I'm working on the Harry Chapin D28. Today we're getting the frets in and getting them dressed. So I just hammer in frets most of the time. I do sometimes use a arbor press, which I do like, but really hard to do on an acoustic because you can't do it for all of them. And it's important to do all of them to me. Once we've got them in, we got to bevel the edges. We used to do this after we had dressed and polished the frets, but then every now and then you'd slide off the edge of the fingerboard and scratch up your beautifully dressed and polished frets, and it was awful. So now I do it right now before I do any leveling and polishing, and then if I get any scratches on the face of the frets, which isn't often, but if I do, it's easily fixed. Once you've beveled the fret ends, you have to dress off first the little sort of wire edge that you get from the filing, and then you got to do this left-handed and right-handed. I am not ambidextrous. It took me quite a while to learn how to do this left-handed, but it is, for me, the most efficient and best way to do it. The thing you're really trying to do here, putting a sort of a round over on the edge of the frets, the important thing is your hand motions have to be as consistent as possible. It's keeping those hand motions consistent that allowed you to have very consistent and good feeling fret. And then once we've got the wire edge taken care of and have or rounded over the edges a little bit, come through with a piece of sandpaper to get everything really smooth, go through the grits. And now we get to dress the frets. I like to tape off and Sharpie each fret. You don't have to tape them off. You don't have to do the Sharpie, but it just, for me, makes it a little easier, a little more consistent. Not even consistent, just less stressful. Most of the time I'm just using the 320 because my hammering technique is good enough that there's not a lot to dress. And then once you've leveled the frets, you got to come through with a fret file and re-round them. I used to use an 8-inch Baster file for this, but now I really like these StuMax Z files. They're really wonderful. A lot less rough on the frets too. Once you've got this done, it's time to sand and polish the frets. Some people say you should do this all with the fret. I don't think that matters. You need to do the last one with the fret. I do that with steel wool. And that's about it for the fret dress. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out the website for t-shirts. And also, we have same-day setups on Saturday.